Welcome to the Video Marketing Made Easy podcast, where we believe that video is the most powerful way to monetize your message, stand out in the market, and grow your business. We're going to talk about 3 barriers that are stopping you from creating videos consistently.
This is huge.
Yeah,
Um,
it's pretty big. And the word, consistently is the key word here, I think. Dallin, what are some things that really hold people back, because you've worked with so many people in creating their videos and helping to launch courses and things like that. But what are the barriers that are stopping these folks from
yeah,
creating video consistently?
great question. Well, and honestly, you have, just as long as I have, been creating so many videos, hundreds to thousands of videos. And we boil down all of these barriers that do exist into 3 common things that truly stop entrepreneurs and brands, business owners from creating content. Because what you often see before we get into these barriers, we often see is that you have a business that you're like, oh, I'm ready to create the perfect video. It's going to go on my website. It's going to make me millions of dollars. And they go and create one video. And then that is good. It may look nice and may tell a pretty good story, but I think that's going to completely transform their business for years to come. They don't have to touch video ever again. And no longer is that the case, because it's kind of like video can kind of be like, say, a Facebook or Instagram feed, meaning when you go and post a video, it may last for a couple seconds, maybe a couple hours, or that 24-hour timeline, and then get lost in the feed and people will never see it again. You got to think of video in that same way, to be like, okay, I've got to be consistent. No longer can I create one video a year. I've got to create videos basically on a daily basis, because you got to show up consistently to be top of mind for your customers. So the 3 barriers that are keeping you stuck from creating video content consistently are environment, technology, and mindset. Environment is all about the office that you're in, the space that you work, the space that you would create video content. And oftentimes, some of those barriers that exist with environment is that you don't have a studio, you don't have the perfect lighting setup or the perfect background. Maybe there are too many distractions, like your kids always are coming in. Or for technology, this is all about like the right tools, right? You can see our microphones that we're using, which is one piece of technology that improves. Maybe it's a quality camera or quality lighting. And then mindset, this is one of the biggest ones and the sole one that stops most people. It comes down to procrastination, feeling like they're not ready. Maybe you feel like you're not ready to create content consistently. Maybe you don't know what to talk about. The list goes on. And honestly, and by the way, I'm speaking from these 3 barriers from personal experience. The evolution of my office since I started our business began in my bedroom. I was 2 feet away from our bed, and my wife had to come in many times just to get access to clothes and other personal items. Or I then took over my then 2-year-old's room, but you could still hear baby screams, through the walls. And then we just recently moved to Colorado, where now we have a home, and I have an office that is dedicated solely to office and work. And now I can always have equipment set up, so technology is always ready to go. My environment's always ready to go. So the only barrier that I personally have left is mindset, and it's still a struggle, but honestly, with those first 2 barriers, like 2/3 of that stuff checked off, no longer an excuse. Then simply, I just had to set apart time in my schedule to know, like, non-negotiable. This is when I plan. This is when I film, and this is how we edit and get things published consistently.
Yeah, and so there are some simple solutions to those barriers, right? And like you're saying, set yourself up in the right space, and keep that space that can be consistent and managed. And what I mean by that is, I've got a microphone attached to my desk here. It's on a microphone arm. I just pull it into place and I can start recording. That can be the same for you. It could be a camera, it could be whatever it is. You have a set workstation for what you do online. Why not have something for when you're doing content creation? And the technology, invest in the right stuff. If you're going to be doing podcasts or you're going to be doing videos, a little bit of money can go a long ways. Just buying a nice microphone will help to even amp up your video production quality, because this audio and video, they go together. So getting a nice quality microphone, and then your mindset. Really, I think like Dallin was saying, you got to break through that barrier It's just being consistent and setting those goals, creating a list of content that you're going to create and schedule it out in your calendar, right? So those can really, really help you to feel confident and be successful, is setting yourself up for success and then scheduling things out. At least for me, that's how I get things done is by putting something on the calendar and holding myself accountable to do that.
Huge, huge. And so with these 3 barriers in mind, consider what ones are the biggest stop to you that stop you from creating content consistently. And when you can eliminate each of these one by one and then collectively as a whole, mindset will still creep in, honestly, from time to time. However, you can continue to eliminate those based on some of these quick tips we just talked about. And let us know in the comments or through messaging us what barrier that you'd like to solve for, and then ask questions around, hey, how can you help me further with this mindset side? And we can guide you through our different resources, whether it's our story supply messaging framework to help with some of your mindset. Maybe it's our solo creator workshop where we talk about different tools and environment creation in order to eliminate those barriers. We have solutions that help you along the way. So one big thing we'd like to invite you to do is join us in our upcoming workshop. It's our video supply workshop at videosupply.com/webinar. And what you'll get access to is understanding the 3 essentials you need to skyrocket your business, your visibility, and your impact using the power of Video Supply, which is our unique video marketing process.